Hello and welcome. You're watching The Last Word. I'm Gargi Rawat and today our focus on the NEET and the UGC NET controversy. So a massive row is currently taking place over two major entrance exams. Over the NEET medical entrance exam for admission to medical colleges. That controversy is ongoing when another controversy has broken out over the cancellation of the UGC NET exam. This is an exam for assistant professors and admissions to PhD programs. Now, a day after the exam, it was cancelled as its integrity has been compromised, is what we have been told by the Education Ministry. Both these exams were conducted by the National Testing Agency that is now in the firing line. The Education Minister addressed a press conference a short while ago. He has promised action, even action against the NTA if required. But as this controversy rages, at the heart of it are the lakhs of students who've been left in a lurch, facing uncertainty, already have gone through the stress and anxiety of taking a major exam. 24 lakh students appeared for the NEET and another 9 lakh appeared for the UGC NET exam. So this issue needs urgent action as we can't be in this sort of mess year after year. So today on the show, mega NTA mess. That's the mess created by the National Testing Agency that is now being questioned over its handling of these major entrance exams. Lakhs are suffering. Who will take responsibility? Now, before we go across to our panel, let's just take a look at what the Education Minister, who addressed a press conference, had to say on this issue. He said a committee will be appointed to look into this entire controversy, the row over the entrance exams. He says no guilty person will be spared at any cost. This comes a day after 4 people in Bihar have admitted to a NEET paper leak over there. The minister also said that action against the testing agency will also take place if needed.
मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं, पुख्ता जानकारी आने पर दोषियों को कड़ी से कड़ी उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाएगी। एनटीए हो या एनटीए में कोई भी बड़ा व्यक्ति हो, जो इसमें दोषी पाया जाएगा, इसके खिलाफ सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
So as the NEET row continues, this fresh controversy over UGC NET exams, so 2 major exams under a cloud. But so far, the Education Ministry defended the NTA, saying that the exam was scrapped because integrity compromised and no one will be spared. But the students are still very angry, protesting and asking for action to be taken against the NTA.
Against the National Testing Agency's exam mess. With NEET and UGC NET aspirants protesting from outside the Education Ministry in Delhi to Lucknow.
छात्रों के भविष्य के साथ खिलवाड़ करने के लिए ये यहाँ पर बैठे हुए बेशर्मों की तरह हमारी डिमांड है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की निगरानी में यहाँ पर इंक्वायरी हो, एनटीए को डिसबैंड किया जाए।
5 साल से पेपर ऑनलाइन मोड में हो रहा था और सही हो रहा था बिना किसी प्रॉब्लम के, तो ऑफलाइन में कराने की इनको क्या ऐसी जरूरत आ पड़ी?
होल्ड है, खुलवा देंगे, जूता उतरवा देंगे, कहाँ स्कैन कर लेंगे कुछ नहीं पता है, पर इनके एनटीए द्वारा कोई पारदर्शिता है, सरकार द्वारा कोई पारदर्शिता है भर्ती में।
After a huddle in the ministry with top NTA officials, the government came out in defense of the beleaguered agency that holds almost all key entrance exams in India, saying that they would act against collusion at any level and would put the interest of students first.
Nobody has complained. The agency itself taken action. That I4C itself has taken action and caught those kind of that input, and they shared with us. That's why we have taken action.
The government claims it has been proactive and took suo motu action in the case of the UGC NET cancellation, based on inputs available with them to protect students' interests.
अभी मैटर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसी को दिया गया है. At this level, if we disclose any detailing, it may compromise the investigation. If any accident happen, that should not be completely attributed to that change. That's what I am saying. But what are the pure reason, point-wise point, NTA can explain it later on.
A new date for the UGC NET exam will be announced soon, and the CBI continues to investigate on the alleged NET paper leak. As far as the NEET paper fiasco is concerned in Bihar, the union government has put the ball in the state government's court for the investigation. Meanwhile, the apex court put on hold hearings in high courts in cases related to the alleged NEET paper leaks. However, the counselling process will continue.
एनटीए से तो बिल्कुल उम्मीद नहीं है, क्योंकि उम्मीद रहती तो वो उम्मीद तो हमें थी जब तक एग्ज़ाम जब तक रिज़ल्ट नहीं आया था तब तक.
The NET mess is exploding even before the NEET mess is cleaned up. The National Testing Agency have gone far beyond just the teething troubles. The first step to clean the mess is to take the blame. The big question is, will the NTA bite the bullet? With video journalist Stephen Antony, this is Aishwarya Jain with Tanushka and Tanishq for NDTV.
Well, to talk more about this entire controversy, we're now joined by some of the students who actually appeared for this exam. Ashna Jain, medical student who appeared in NEET 2024. Kavya Mukhija, who appeared for UGC NET. Harshit Tripathi also appeared for NET. And again, we're joined by Professor Dr. MC Mishra, former director of AIIMS Delhi. Thank you so much all for joining us. And first and foremost, I'd like to go to Kavya Mukhija, because even as, you know, we're seeing these protests and this talk about how the NTA has handled these entrance exams and these exams being cancelled, this massive controversy. Kavya had a very different experience also being, you know, on a wheelchair. She found that even the exam center where she was sent to was not disability friendly, it was not accessible, and that's also absolutely shocking that, you know, the NTA is not taking, you know, care to ensure that students have the access and are not facing further tension just getting to the exam center. Kavya, if you could share your experience with us.
Yes, absolutely. So, like you already mentioned, I'm a wheelchair user, and I was accompanied by my mother, who is also my caregiver, and she has to be with me all the time to ensure that I do all the activities. Now, my center was in Rohini, and we used our personal vehicle to go there. Upon reaching there, I got to know that the center was not accessible. The road outside, as we can already see, was full of barriers. It was broken, which meant that I could not sit on my wheelchair on the road itself. So my mother went to the security guard to talk to him if we could take our car inside the campus so that it was easier for me to sit in my wheelchair. At first, he absolutely refused, but later my mother had to really make him understand that it was important for us to take the car inside, because otherwise it was not possible. It could be dangerous for me. I could have a fall. Later he agreed and we took the car inside. I sat in my wheelchair and was wheeled to the classroom. There was a ramp there, but this gradient was such that it could not be used. The gradient was very steep and 4 people had to push my wheelchair across the ramp to actually make me go inside the class. When I went inside the class, I saw that the tables and chairs were not accessible as well. They were joined, which meant that I could not use them. I brought it to the notice of the invigilator there, and she arranged a separate chair, a separate table for me. I used that, although it was not very comfortable to use, but then there was no option left at that point of time. Later, I also realized that the staff and the invigilators were very insensitive to me and my mother. Since she is my caregiver, she had to be with me around, had to be around me to ensure that I did require her support and everything. But they did not allow her to be inside the campus, and she was asked to go outside.
And Kavya, this is after you filled in. This is after you filled in your form about, you know, there's a column that asks whether you have any issues, disabilities, etc. And you fill that in. So one would have imagined that NTA being this, you know, professional agency that is supposed to be in charge of all these major exams, that this is something they would take care of, then ensure that you go to an accessible exam center.
Exactly. I had put in my disability details, including my disability percentage, and my disability type very clearly in the examination form. But despite that, the center, firstly, it was way too far from my residence. I had also punched in my address because that is also one of the mandatory fields in the application form. And
Right.
despite that, the center that was allotted was way too far and not accessible. I mean,
Right,
what is the
absolutely
point?
shocking, and this is something also that needs to be looked at. I know right now we're talking about, you know, the problems with the exam, and after all that you went through, the exam is cancelled, and you know, so many students come from far to take these exams, undergo all sorts of, you know, challenges to reach the exam, and absolutely frustrating to find that, you know, after that the exam is cancelled. Let's also talk about the NEET exam, and Ashna Jain with us. And Ashna, we'd spoken to you, you know, at the time this controversy had broken over the grace marks that were given, and you know, the issue had gone to the Supreme Court. Since then, at that time, what you had told me that you wanted that the students, those 1,500 plus students who got grace marks, they should not be granted those grace marks, and perhaps only they undergo a re-exam. Currently, many of the students who are protesting want the NEET exam scrapped and a re-exam done. What are your comments on that, and what is it that you want right now?
I want firstly, it is a very good decision of Supreme Court to conduct a re-exam for those who were granted grace marks. But now also the justice is incomplete. I want re-NEET exam should be conducted in those states also where paper leak has happened. I don't want re-NEET should be to be conducted for all the students because in major part of India, like southern India, eastern India, and mostly central India, there is no news of any paper leak. Paper leak news are only coming from 2-3 states. So re-NEET should definitely happen there. And I also want that the decision should be declared as soon as possible because we, the aspirants, are in a constant mental tension. We can't study properly. We can't enjoy properly. We are in a state of dilemma. So the result of their decision should be declared as soon as possible.
Right, absolutely. So many students facing this tension. And Ashna, you know, just yesterday came the news, and while there was news earlier of paper leak, there were allegations, there were denials constantly and consistently from the center, from the central government, from the NTA, saying that no paper leak had taken place. They even said that in the Supreme Court. But yesterday came the news that 4 people have been arrested in Bihar. They're being probed, and a student admits that he got the question paper the night before the exam. He says that I received the paper, and it was that he had been called back from Kota by his family. He received this question paper, he studied it, and exactly the same questions came the next day. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel disheartened very much that we are studying for 2 years, and many of us are studying for more than 2 years. And now the question paper is only leaked and it is distributed to people who are just giving money, just buying it. So this is a very irresponsible system, and I suggest that it should be replaced. Right. Online mode can be a better option, and National Testing Agency should be now. National Testing Agency should be now dissolved, and a better and a responsible agency should be handed over the responsibility of conducting all the entrance tests.
All right. Well, there's a committee that's going to be appointed. That's what the Education Minister has said. Harshit Tripathi, you know, you're affected by the NET exam. Tell us your experience.
Sure. Ma'am, if I talk about my experience and my fellow mates, NTA has become now from National Testing Agency to no trust agency among the students, because इतने सारे एग्जाम्स उसने लीक हुए हैं NTA के, and सबसे बड़ी चीज what I feel is the mismanagement at the center. If I talk about the examination time, NTA in the admit card has mentioned that the starting time, the reporting time at the center is 1 PM. And उन्होंने अराउंड 140 और 150 तक गेट्स ओपन नहीं करे at my center, and it is the similar experience of my friends at their center. And इतनी heated गर्मी में पेरेंट्स और इतने सारे बच्चे बाहर खड़े हुए हैं और there is no देयर इज नो एनी इंतजाम उनका बाहर कुछ भी नहीं था कि जहां पर कोई बैठ सके, कोई शेड भी नहीं था जहां पर कोई धूप से बच सके। और इतनी गर्मी में जब 1:50 पर गेट खुलता है और अंदर जाते हैं, और अंदर भी इतना मिसमैनेजमेंट के जो रूम नंबर्स लिखे हैं उसमें भी गलतियां हैं। इनफैक्ट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट माई पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस, तो वो जो रूम नंबर था वहां पर भी उन्होंने, माई रूम नंबर वॉज रूम नंबर 23 एंड दे हैव मेंशन रूम नंबर 10 एंड मैं 3 ब्लॉक में घूम करके आ गया। 3 ब्लॉक में मुझे घूमना पड़ा इधर से उधर। एंड देन सम टीचर टोल्ड मी कि उसके आगे एक क्लास भी है, आप उस क्लास को देखो, उस क्लास के अकॉर्डिंग शायद आपको मिल जाए। देन आई वेंट बैक गेट पर एंड वहां जाकर के जब देखा तब जाके रूम नंबर मिला, और उसके बाद फिर मैं अपने रूम में एंटर। तो दिस इज द कंडीशन इवन बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द एग्जामिनेशन। एंड जस्ट एक्सपीरियंस उस चीज को करना, 3 पूरे घंटे बैठ करके और 3 घंटे उस गर्मी में उस एग्जाम को देना, एंड देन नेक्स्ट डे जब आना तब पता चलता है कि वो एग्जाम लीक हो गया। तो दैट इज द रीजन कि नाउ एनटीए हैज बिकम नो ट्रस्ट एजेंसी अमंग द स्टूडेंट्स।
No, I can imagine your frustration and anguish over something like this. Dr. Mishra, your comments on hearing the students' accounts, it really needs an overhaul. The Education Minister has said they're going to appoint a committee that's going to look into this. But when we talk about, all these grand ideas of Viksit Bharat and how we're going to be the 3rd largest economy, one would imagine this is not something that too much that we're asking for, that such major central exams be conducted in a very professional manner and students not have to have this tension of paper leak and then, exam cancellation.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more on all the plight of these young future of our country being harassed, being frustrated. At the minimum, what is expected out of any examination process is the transparent and honest system where at least we don't get a iota of doubt that somebody can get admission or can attempt to get admission by unfair means. When it is so competitive in our country that so the large number of the students compete for very small number of positions, whether in employment or in selection or in a medical college or engineering college, I think that is something, the minimum that should be guaranteed by whatever means, whether they hire somebody from the moon or Mars. I think that is minimum we would expect the government to ensure that such a thing never happens. And as Harshit said, that NTA has become a no trust agency or whatever, I think that is why I still believe to restore their own trust, they have to come out clean by taking the measures which will satisfy most. Of course, there will be difference of opinion amongst the students, whether re-NEET, total re-NEET, or as Ashna said, that it can be in places where paper leak has happened. That I think can be deliberated upon, because making a committee and all that is something which can be done. But right now, how to assuage the feelings of such a large number of enraged students?
It's quite a task, yes.
So I think that is what government has to come out, so that this boys and girls, if it would my son, my daughter, and is agitating on the road for fair exam, it is naturally the talk of Viksit Bharat, etc. becomes actually useless. So I think that is what government has to direct, and whether whatever mechanism they can outsource. There are number of now AI being there, and we boast ourselves in an IT strong country. Why can't we evolve a mechanism? And what I learned that this UGC net was being done online. Why it was done offline unnecessarily? Because when you do these things offline, a lot of people get involved, and as many people you get involved, You
Right.
cannot
Clearly, we're a very corrupt
because-
society as well, because the paper leaks from God knows at which stage the paper leaks out. But there's so much money involved. 30 lakhs being paid for a paper, and you can just imagine the network.
Absolutely.
Harsh Priyam, as a coach, what are your comments? What have you seen the experience of the students here? And it's really a system that needs an overhaul. So much talk about the NTA, and just look at the unprofessional manner in which exams are handled. Invigilators aren't sensitized either. It's absolutely shocking.
So, very correctly said, Gargi. In fact, I would second Dr. Mishra because so if you pay attention to the chronology that has been followed in this type of cases, in fact, what Harshit has been saying, that NTA is something non-trustable agency. So it's not the first time that NTA has done something of that sort. So if you put attention to the JEE pattern, here in JEE also what happened that first NTA released the syllabus, and then NTA gave took the examination, and in which all the questions were from non-syllabus background. This was the first thing. Then in JEE, the again percentiles were pretty mashed up, and then again comes to this NEET wala part here. NEET, the entire scam. Then UGC net. So it looks like that probably the agency, from my perspective at least, it looks like that probably the agency either it's not equipped or do not have that perfect, their motive is not that correct to actually bring out the best out of this examination, and hence these things are not happening so correctly. Because each and every time you do mistakes, first of all, you release a notification in November that students above 75% would be allowed to go for JEE. Then again, you release a new syllabus in the month of December for the examination of January. You don't give any time to the students, and then in January you take an examination where you ask the entire syllabus. You don't respect the syllabus that you have only given, and then students appeal against it in the Supreme Court. Then you don't give attention to that also. Then you take the examination. There is some anomaly in the examination in the month of May, and when the exam results got out, then again same thing happened in NEET. So it clearly shows
a huge level of unprofessionalism, and that it's not being taken as seriously, because these are young lives that you're playing with. There's so much that is based on these exams. People are trying to pull themselves out of poverty, get into a medical school, and then something like this takes place. There have also been demands that we hear Tamil Nadu saying this again and again to scrap NEET and make it state-wise. That again is another controversy. Very briefly, Dr. Mishra, if you can comment on that.
Gargi, we have seen in the past states conducting their examination. Actually, when I got admitted in MBBS way back in 1970, each university was conducting its own exam.
Yes.
And I appeared for 2-3 universities in UP. I couldn't appear for everyone. That's the problem with different examination, and the separate states conducting their own examinations also is a problem for students, because how do they apply because the dates will clash. So somebody is taking first the Uttar Pradesh, then Tamil Nadu, dates may clash and all that. So that is one thing. Plus, we have seen in states also that a lot of wrongdoing, lot of unfair things have happened.
Yes.
Even students who have not appeared, not taken the exam, have got their names on the list. Some time ago it happened in Uttar Pradesh. So, and we all know the government's so I think it has to be de-linked with the government, this examination process. Whether you give it to Tata Consultancy or you give it to some other
outsource it perhaps. Yes, and clearly this needs some thought, and it's such a huge exam. NEET, especially if you talk about 24 lakh students involved in the UGC NET exam, 9 lakh students involved. So really these are massive exams that need to be handled very professionally. Last word I'd like to give to Kavya. Kavya, your comments now. You're waiting for when the announcement of the re-exam will take place.
Yeah, exactly. If we look at my situation, I had my mom who had to take her leave from her work to actually take me to the exam, stay there with me for the entire duration in this scorching heat, and then take me back home. So, as someone who with a disability, it's just not about me, it's about my entire family who has to go through the rigor of this exam and re-exam again and again. And it is traumatizing to say the least to, go through this mental trauma and inaccessibility despite already mentioning my challenges and everything. And I mean, it just keeps happening again and again.
Right, there should be no such, issues for our students who are facing exams. And yes, we have to be, access for all. Ashna, your final comments as well. The Supreme Court is going to take up the issue on the 8th of July now.
And the counseling is going to tentatively begin by 6th of July. So what is the point of scheduling the Supreme Court hearing on 8th of July? This matter is of interest of many students, around 24 lakh students. So it should be dealt as soon as possible. And our country has power, it has human resource, it has money to address the issue very quickly.
Absolutely. One has heard this again and again from students, why these prolonged gaps between the hearings, and they would love for the Supreme Court to take this up on such an urgent basis, given that so many people are, hanging on whatever the Supreme Court decides. Well, we're completely out of time, but thank you so much all for joining us and sharing your experiences. The Education Minister has said a committee will be formed, no one will be spared, and that even the NTA, if there's something found wrong, will be held responsible. We'll have to wait and see now what the Supreme Court decides on the 8th of July. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.